Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Step and this is going to be part 30 of my early campaign run playing as England. And episode after episode I keep thinking that this is going to be the episode where it's going to be peace and quiet and all I'm going to have to do is basically play city builder and just burn through a bunch of turns and it's all going to be nice and cozy. And then I get attacked by someone, and that has happened, oh I don't know, it seems like every episode. I feel like even recently, gosh, did I have one peaceful episode recently? I might have had one, but I don't know if I had two in a row. And in this case, it was the last episode where the Mongols went back to attacking me again. They did muster up enough forces here in Syria to where they felt comfortable enough to attack me. This time not in Edessa, but in Tripoli. And it was kind of a weird battle because they did not send all of their heavy cav in right away. They sort of just peppered me with their horse archers and their Mongol warriors for pretty much the entire battle timer, and then charged in their heavy cav at the very last minute. So I didn't get to do a lot of damage to their heavy cav in that battle. I was just kind of skirmished back and forth as long as I had ammunition. So that was a somewhat inconclusive. And then I was able to put push the French out of Ile-de-France, which felt good, yes, but the French still have what looks to be enough forces here. If I can find, I know I have a bishop in here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, I don't have a bishop in there. Oh, thought I had a bishop in there. Never mind. But what I can do is try to get a ceasefire. I have a bishop right here. I kind of doubt they're going to take it. They should, because there are easier targets in the vicinity. If they're trying to expand, they can take Lorraine for sure. And just in general, the Germans are a better target than myself. I am quite a bit stronger than the Germans. But I have to imagine that the French are coded to want to take back their homelands. And Ile-de-France is obviously one of their homelands. And then in addition to that, they have some other objectives, such as to build the Notre Dame, which is in Ile-de-France, and I think Saint-Chapelle is also in Ile-de-France. Yeah, so they really want Ile-de-France, so I get it. I get it. It's unfortunate. They probably won't take that ceasefire, and that means that that this isn't over. I have to continue to make sure that my frontier is secure, and while that is happening, I have to continue to make sure that my front against the Italians and the Spanish is secure. Now the Italians should be too busy to be concerned with me, and we are allies, so we should be cool. We should be, although I'm kind of upset by the fact that they have 3 stacks here. In Toulouse, this could be put to better use against their enemies, such as the papacy and the Germans. But they're kind of holding their own despite the fact. Like they're kind of doing okay. The Italians are kicking ass. They're down here in Serbia. They don't have Venice at the moment, but they're, you know, they have a decent spread of provinces, and then they do have some provinces down here as well, in Egypt and Sinai. And Egypt is rich, even without the trade. Oh, Jesus. Very low taxes. Yeah, I guess they don't have much here. They could be making more money off of Egypt, that's for sure. But they have enough boats in the water, at least up in here, so maybe once they spread things out a bit, maybe they can start making some trade money. And yeah, they have Sicily as well. The Sicilians have Malta and Naples, so they're still hanging about, and it's nice to see the Sicilians not be completely just constrained to Malta. That actually feels pretty good. They don't have much in Naples. It's just looks like it's just their king, really. Are the Sicilians at war with anyone? No, they're just chilling. Okay. They're just chilling, and the Spanish are sending yet another crusade towards Cyrenaica, and will this one do any better? Order foot soldiers and mounted sergeants and basic spearmen, and they're all damaged. And sure, they can send in this army as well, 7-star general, that's helpful. But can this beat what the Almohads have in Cyrenaica? They just have so many Gulam bodyguards that I just don't see it happening. I see that being another failed Spanish crusade, but it's going to take forever, as the last one did as well. Just hung on forever as it took to dissipate. So, yeah, we're going to have to basically reorganize things. I'm going to have to spend a bit of time here to make sure that My front here is secure, namely in Anjou, Ile-de-France, and Flanders. I don't think the Spanish, and we are technically still at war with the Aragonese, and they just have not been taking my ceasefires, which is too bad for them because they could at least be making some import money off of my trade. But yeah, they're not taking it. They're not taking it. And yeah, down here, I'm thinking that we're going to have to continue to reorganize troops along this front as well to make sure that everything is up to code. And yeah, it's nothing feels worse than like getting into a battle and then realizing like, oh, I don't have any spearmen. You know, it's easy to kind of miss these things when there's just so much going on, you know. So I'm going to have to go into each of these armies and make sure that I have the unit comps that I want. And then I'm looking at an opportunity here. You see, we are allied with the Byzantines, and the Byzantines are under siege here in Anatolia. And in addition to that, my king, who has been king for a few turns now, he's still at influence 3. 3 influence points, which is kind of concerning. Now, I haven't seen any issues so far from low loyalty generals, but that's still a concerningly low number. And the fact that also I think Prince Alfred is his son, and he's going to be coming of age in 2 turns. It would be nice to get my king's influence higher so that potentially Alfred's stats will be higher as well. So my idea for this, one of the ways that you can gain influence is by relieving an ally who's under siege. And we have an opportunity here. So now, of course, we don't border Anatolia, but we do have navies in the water, and the Mongols are not blockading my navies here. If they had boats in the water, we'd definitely be destroying them, but yeah, I'm not seeing any Mongol boats yet. So we could send a stack into Anatolia and try to drive these Mongols out of Anatolia and save this 7-star general. Now, this is going to be taking 7 or 8 turns to starve out, so they have time, but we may as well go in there right now. The Byzantines also might hop in and help out as well. They have enough forces here in Nicaea to do so, but they also have to watch out for this force here in Trebizond, which does have 3 Mongol heavy cav. Now, here in Anatolia, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 heavy cav. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, so gosh, do I want to say, is 1 stack enough? I mean, my billmen have been doing pretty good, but I've been playing on the defense against the Mongols in each of the battles that I've fought against them so far. And going on the attack, what is Anatolia? It's mountains, inland, arid ground. Okay, so they would probably have some high ground to hang out on. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky. And obviously I'm going to also not want to, you know, take too many troops from my actual provinces either. Now, Antioch might be able to part with some troops, but yeah, this is still dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heavy cav, Mongol heavy cav. Yeah, it's still dangerous. And of course everything else, the Mongol horse archers and Mongol warriors, and even the naphtha throwers as well. You got to kind of take those guys into account. So, but still, this is an opportunity. I want to take this. I do. So despite my desire to have a cozy, peaceful episode, I don't see it happening. No, I do not see it happening. Now, I'm seeing, so this is the general that was captured defending Ile-de-France, I believe, Sir Stephen Plantagenet. He's a 1-star general, and he's lost a command star from being captured, but he's gained +3 morale. So yes, he did not enjoy the process of being captured and ransomed, and instills a fear of being captured in all his men. This makes him less likely to rout, but makes them harder to command. So he's kind of like frayed nerves, but, you know, his men are like, we're not gonna run away. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword here, but plus a 3 morale is like still pretty good. And then you combine that with a chivalrous, which is plus 2 morale, plus 5 morale, like goddamn, that's actually kind of good. So yeah, 1 star, not great, but plus 5 morale in his entire army is man, that's pretty good. So it makes you think that, you know, if he could just get some more experience as a commander and get his command stars up, then we might have something good for us. So let's bring him back to Brittany so that his unit can get retrained. And then I might be taking Sir Roger Longchamp. I believe that he was the guy who was originally leading the defense of Edessa. And then I had to bring him all the way back home so that his unit could be retrained. I think that I can I train Royal Knights now here? Man, I still can't do it. I have to build this, the Royal Court, so 3 more turns before I can build that. God damn, it takes so long to do. Yes, so instead of returning you back to Edessa, I might have you lead the attack on Anatolia. Now, obviously, that's only going to take 1 turn, so you can do other things after that. But yeah, I kind of like that idea, and I'm going to have to find troops. I want to bring some billmen, obviously, maybe even some crossbows. If I could bring some longbowmen, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I need to start getting some longbowmen pumped out of Wales again. And I know I can get them here in Ile-de-France. Yeah, that's very good. Let's get these guys here in Ile-de-France. They won't have that +1 valor that they're getting here in Wales. But still, I just need some of these guys. I just need more, you know. And can I get any down here in the Levant? I don't think so. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. That's too bad. I need to get going on that. I think it's Palestine. Yeah, Palestine's working on a castle. So I think I can get them. Let me double check. I can get them from a castle, right? Yeah, I can get them from a castle. And then here in Northumbria, I'm eventually going to be turning this into a place where I'm training agents. I'm working on that in Scotland as well. Spies and assassins are things that I need to start working on. So I'm working on that castle here in Scotland so that I can get spies. In the meantime, I could go straight castle here in Northumbria to catch up to Scotland. But I got some economy stuff here that I can work on instead, like the merchant building, and make more money off of the wool and saltfish that I can trade here. So let's get going on that, actually. Yeah, that looks good. I can continue to train bishops as well. That looks good. I don't need to train anything here in Flanders. My navies are fine, I think. And then, yeah, same thing here in Normandy. Brittany, gosh, do I just continue? Well, I can retrain. Thought I had. Yeah, can I retrain these? Oh, yeah, I can't even train field knights yet. Okay. So I must have got these from a crusade. Right, okay. It's all coming back to me. I got it. All right, so Anjou. Yeah, I don't know if I want to train any of that stuff. I do have to find a new governor for Ile-de-France. Now that I have taken it back, that's a very valuable command star that I could be gifting to someone. And actually, Sir Stephen Plantagenet, where did you go? You're up here, yeah. Only 1 acumen. That's too bad. I would like to help you out, bud. I really would. Giving you an extra command star would be nice, but I need to make, I don't know. I guess the money's not so important now that I'm making 13,000 per turn. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. Actually, I could make more there. Yeah, making 369. And I don't even have any trade buildings built up here in Ile-de-France. I never even built a tier 1. It's not going to make that much because it's an inland province, but still, it's like, it'll make something. So now that I can train longbowmen here, maybe I just go trade. Getting in a monastery for the +1 morale, that would be nice, sure. But I don't know, yeah, getting the trading post. Just Just start, just get it out of the way. I mean, I have a castle here. I can build 3 of those trade buildings and boost my income pretty well there in Ile-de-France. So I don't know if I want to give that title to Sir Stephen Plantagenet. Is there anyone else? No, you're the Duke of Aquitaine. I'm looking at generals here who I can improve. You're the Lord of Ireland. Then what's your story? You are the King of Scotland. I think these are all the places that give command bonuses, maybe. Okay, let's head down here. Is there any... You are... So this is, oh shoot. Sir Simon de Montfort's old unit, I believe. Yeah, you only have 2 acumen. The Dread's good, though. The Dread's, that'll keep Ile-de-France in line for sure, but I don't think they have any issues with that. Staying in line, that is. And what about you? You led a pretty good defense of that last battle. Only 2-star general, but then you also have the, yeah, +3 morale from charismatic leader, and then +2 morale from natural leader. That's another +5. But, oh yeah, the gluttony, that's right. You're kind of a fatty. Yeah, that's right. -4 valor. That's so shitty. Oh my god, that's so bad. Yeah, he is the picture of that general that's like just sitting on a god damn it, I always forget like words when I'm recording. What are those beds that are carried around where people just lay in those beds? Those things. And there were generals that did like lead battles from those beds, but they were like old, like really old people or sick people. Like, I don't, gosh, were there like really fat generals in the Middle Ages? I remember I do recall hearing a story of, I think it was one of the kings of Navarre, and he was super fat, and then he had like really good relations with the Muslims though, if I'm getting this right. And one of the Muslim leaders, oh gosh, was this the, I can't remember if this was the Umayyads. It had to have been the Umayyads because I don't think the Almohads and the Almoravids had super good relations with the Christians. So the Umayyads, I think one of them sent their like physician, and he was a Jewish guy, and he sent him north to basically put this guy in like a fitness and weight loss regimen, and I think it worked. I think there's like really good relations between the two sides, because of that favor essentially that was being done. But the fact that stands out like in the story and in the chronicles, I think that's because that was such an unusual thing. It was a really like unusual, like it was like, oh my god, this guy, like he couldn't, like his authority as being king was being challenged because he was that fat. So I guess that kind of does say that it was pretty rare for being overweight to be a reason why you'd have to be carried. A litter. No, litter. I know a litter, but like there's another word for that. It's not like a litter. Litter's like what you carry like wounded people on. Yeah, that's, I always forget. It's always when I'm recording where I'm like, oh, okay, yep, I have like a 20-word vocabulary when I'm recording. That's just how it works. But yeah, that's what this guy's gonna be. Like, he's gonna need one of those things. So do I give him the governorship of Ile-de-France and give him a 3rd command star? I mean, 1 acumen. Shit, that's is that the same as Sir Stephen? I think it is. And then I can't give you the governorship because you're still, you're still like the heir, despite the fact that you're the brother of the king. But actually, this is an idea because, so he's no longer Prince William. This is the guy we're talking about here. Prince William, I think, if Prince Alfred is the son, then Prince William is no longer going to be in the line of succession once Prince Alfred becomes of age. Therefore, Prince William can be gifted with titles once that happens, and he does have 4 acumen. So that's my bar, for being a governor, and then gifting him a star, get him up to 2 stars. That's not useless. I don't hate that. And then what about you? 4-star general. Yeah, 4 stars is good. I like it, but again, the 2 acumen. I'm kind of a bugbear about that. I like that. I like the acumen. +3 morale. That's good too. Yeah. Making you a 5-star, a 5-star general that's gifting +3 morale is pretty goddamn good. That'd make you pretty beast mode, honestly. But I kind of like this idea better. I can wait 2 turns and then gift it to Prince William, I think. Yeah, maybe. Well, after spending a lot of time reorganizing my armies and trying to make sure that things are in the right place, I don't know if I can pull off this attack on Anatolia. I know that kind of sounds ridiculous, but I don't really have the troops that I feel comfortable being able to spare from any of my provinces. You know, I have to respect this Mongol force. I know that it's not the most terrifying thing, but I take away a stack and all of a sudden it becomes a bit more scary. You know, Palestine, Tripoli, you know, if it's just left with 1 stack in either place, it's a little bit scary. And yeah, and Antioch as well. This stack here is all injured units that I've been using this little stack to collect units to merge them back together to send them back off into other places. So I don't know. I guess you know, some of these units are combat effective, but some of them are not. So this is essentially a 2-stack provinces or 2.5 stack provinces is what I'm looking at right now. So I'm not seeing it happen because I can't just send scraps to attack this. Like I said, this is a 10 Mongol heavy cav type of army. You know, that's pretty scary stuff. So it would take a considerable amount of forces to, you know, be successful, and especially Billman, right? And the thing is that I was looking at my forces in Europe, and I was like, man, I don't have a lot of Billmen in these forces. Aquitaine is still relying on militia sergeants. And sure, it does have longbowmen, which is nice. But yeah, not having Billmen down here, I've been sending all of my Billmen down to the Levant to help fight against the Mongols. So I don't really have Billmen to send overseas to Anatolia to assist to, you know, help out the Byzantines, which is, it's rough. Yeah, it's rough. I was looking forward to that extra point of influence, but that's not going to be happening. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Now, I did realize that I do have a princess here, Princess Alice. And I don't really have a job for her other than the fact, so because my king has low influence, let me double check things and see how loyal my generals are. Because if I can find one who could use a bit of marrying into the family to make him a bit more loyal, then that's what I will do. But so far I'm not seeing, yeah, 4 loyalty, whatever, that's fine. 3 loyalty, but you're not going to be a general. You're just going to be, you just joined the province. So that's not a big deal. And then if we come down here, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Yeah, people are looking okay. I'm not too worried about loyalty, I guess. Okay, well, Princess Alice she can just be a glorified spy for me, I guess. Well, actually, maybe what I could do, I would like, if I could, I would like to get a ceasefire with the Aragonese, or who else? So I got a ceasefire with the Germans in the last episode, I believe. And yeah, it would be nice getting it with the French, but I don't know, I'm kind of have my doubts that that's going to work. Let's try it with the Aragonese. And yeah, they do have a son, so she can marry into the family. And then I can keep trying to, do I have a bishop here? No, okay. I can continue to try to get a ceasefire with the Mongols. We'll see. Is that my guy? Actually, yeah, you do that. And then you just stay here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll keep trying. And I was asked, actually, if I intend on attacking any further into Europe. And honestly, for the time being, no, I'm not seeing it just because I don't see any reason to lengthen my borders for no reason. And despite the fact that things are relatively stable, I have a big endgame crisis that I need to prepare for, and that's Poland. You know, this is the big Polish bear that's on the horizon, and they're scoring a lot of points. They're going to be catching up pretty quickly, actually, and I'm going to have to deal with them. And the least expensive way to deal with them is to use agents, and that requires, you know, building up my infrastructure, getting my spies and assassins and my inquisitors going so that I can destabilize their entire realm. But the thing is that they have a lot of border forts. I looked at this earlier, and I think they have a border fort in every single province, which is unheard of. That's a lot. Yeah, I was not expecting them to have a border fort in every single province. That's really something. Yeah, everywhere. That's too bad. So that's going to make things a bit more difficult for my spies and assassins, but inquisitors can still do some work on their own. Killing, but then also lowering I think it's the dread that they lower. And lowering dread in governors does help destabilize areas as well. And it might be possible to get spies past border forts, but it might just, you know, require a lot of spies, really. So we'll see. And if it all comes down to it, then we will have to launch a naval invasion. Now, luckily, they do border the ocean so that we can just invade them via the sea instead of having to invade through other countries. If we had to invade through, you know, like we don't want to break our alliance with the Byzantines or the Italians, but if we had to, we don't have to attack the papacy either. But if we had to, we could attack for the Mongols. Of course, that's another option. But then that'd be just dumb because it's like, okay, we're attacking one side of the war to get to the other side of the war. You know, they're both fighting each other. So, you know, it's like, oh man, I'm helping them. So that would feel stupid. So hopefully they continue to hold these coastal regions so that I can attack through here if I have to. They do have boats in the water, though. They do have boats in their northern sea regions. And so that would have to be dealt with. It's not too much, but yeah, it's a couple caravels and a couple barks for sure. It would be something that would have to be dealt with before a naval invasion. So that's going to be what I'm going to be preparing for throughout this campaign. And that's what my late game crisis, essentially. It's the 1241, so I have time to prepare for it, but I imagine that they're going to have to be dealt with just because the Mongols are not going to get the job done. I hoped that they would, but they are not. Oh man, the French are going for Flanders. I was wondering about that. Okay, and the Mongols are going from Palestine. Okay. Yeah, we have a couple more fights to fight. The Champagne border Flanders? Yes. So the Mongols are going to be retreating from Muscovy. And the Poles are going to be retreating from Pereslavl. Or into the garrison here in Pereslavl. And the Mongols are going to be retreating from Kiev. Okay. And then, yeah, here we are in Flanders. This is going to be tough. Flanders, this is my weakest army. Yeah, this is kind of the reason, like, this is what made me think that, like, oh man, I should not be attacking Anatolia because I'm weak in certain places. And this is specifically the place that I was looking at. And, yeah, they brought a sword rush. You know, they brought 5, 6, 7 feudal men-at-arms and 2 chivalrics, so 8 swords. God damn, that's a lot of swords. And then what about their spears? So 0 spears, that's interesting. Militia sergeants, sure. Arbalesters, yeah, that's nasty. 2 archers, some catapults, and then their king, 2-star general. And then plenty of reinforcements. Yeah, they outnumber me by a bit. Yeah, 1,100. They outnumber me by quite a bit, actually. So I don't know how much of a chance I stand here. So I have a keep here with 2 defensive upgrades. I think, shoot. I think I was in the middle of building a castle here. So if I lose this battle, I think that that's going to be interrupted. I think that's what I was building, which, oh, God, that would suck. Oh, that would suck. Yeah, they take a long time to build. So I think that I should fight this to see if I can manage it. It's the reinforcements that are going to be tricky. A lot of Hoblars, feudal men-at-arms, yes. Feudal sergeants, sure, but a lot of Hoblars. A lot of Hoblars. So can I beat a sword rush? Now, luckily, I do have 3 units of Royal Knights, but that's including my general. Now, I was kind of thinking that I could run through a sword rush in the initial battle where they initially attacked Ile-de-France. In that instance, I think that they just had too many spears, like mostly swords, but they just had enough spears in that army to drag down my cavalry. And I don't know, would I be able to punch it through them in this battle? They just have their 2-star king. It's just 2 stars. And I do have a 6-star general, which is more than the general. I think that he was that 2-star, Sir Stephen Plantagenet. I think that he was just 2 stars when I was defending Ile-de-France. So this army is going to fight better for sure. But it's weaker. It is. I just brought in these Chivalric Sergeants. These are tanky boys for sure. But, you know, they're spearmen. They're meant for killing Cav. And what did he bring? All swords. So, yeah, that's not great. I don't know if I can counter those swords, man. I do have 3 kerns, so 3 javelin men, which is something. You know, I don't... Again, it's kind of better against cavalry. And then I do have 2 Highland clansmen, which is, you know, they're fine, but they're going to hit harder on the charge, I believe. I don't think that they're going to be doing well in a sustained combat against these swordsmen. So yeah, this is going to be tricky. I do have 1 unit of billmen, so there is that. And then in reserve, I have the 2 crossbows, 2 hoblars, Highland clansmen, and peasants. So I might want to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to bring those crossbows in, because I imagine when you're facing off against a rush like this, you're just going to be getting rushed, and they're going to be getting like a volley or 2 off before the enemy army meets ours. So I might just leave them in reserve. We'll see. Here we are in Flanders, and this is what I have in mind. It's not much of a high ground, but it's something, and I am backed up by a wood line here, and what I'm thinking is spears in front, archers in the back. I have my 1 billman unit that is hidden, and then I do have javelins backed up by Highland clansmen who are hidden as well. Maybe they can be a surprise to an enemy that goes after my javelins, and then the javelins can turn around and toss their javelins right back in. And then I do have 2 Royal Knights back here that are hidden as well. Now, you know what? I didn't actually look around too much in other places. I wonder, is this an option? Not really. No, not really. I think this wood line right here is my best shot. And did I want to do this instead? That is a bit more of a high ground. But I kind of like having this like flanking hidden position here. Yeah, I kind of like this. So let's go with it. And there's just their wall of swords. Oh my god. That's a lot of swords. I always thought it was pretty intelligent when the AI in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1 does send out an archer ahead of the army to scout things out. I mean, sure, on one hand, it's making me reveal... I mean, on one hand, yes, they are like kind of giving up an archer that is going to get run down by my cavalry. But, you know, it's making me reveal one of my hidden units, right? And actually, yeah, I keep forgetting about, yeah, the artillery. Yeah, catapult. Catapults exist. That's right. Yeah, that might get a shot in. That might hurt me. Let's see. Can I do some more damage against these archers? I got them down to half strength. And now I'm taking fire from their archers. Let's get back. Oh my god. Oh, I got wasted. Their arblasters cut me in half. Oh god, that hurt so much. Lost 7 Royal Knights. Oh god. Oh, that is brutal. Yeah, I don't know if losing 7 Royal Knights was worth killing 35 archers. That's an awful trade. Jesus. And yeah, they're going right for my other chivalric or Royal Knight. Interesting. It says that he is still hidden. So I don't think they know that he's there. I think that they were just going to sweep through the forest. Okay. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. They're going through the forest. They know better. They're not going to be marching just out in the open, taking fire from my archers. Yeah, they're wily. Those are some wily foes. So yeah, I have to reposition everything, and they're going to be taking way less casualties because of that. The king's in the back, so yeah, it's too bad. I was hoping I could maybe get a kill on him. Let's bring javelins up here. And what are they doing? What are you guys doing? What's going on here? Chivalric sergeants. Chivalric men-at-arms. Yeah, that's their scary unit right there. That's just going to cut through anything that I have. And the fact that they're attacking through the tree line, like that, you know, makes my cavalry not so effective. The unit that I was kind of counting on to maybe, oh, I don't know, run down some of these units here. But yeah, that's, you know, what can I do against that in the forest? Send my Royal Knights into it? You just get butchered. Oh, and now my javelins are in range of, you know what? Let's send one of them. They're fast. Let's go have one of them go after that catapult crew. I don't need all these javelins here. And then yeah, let's just send these Royal Knights over here to the side. And all right, chivalric men-at-arms are getting shot. And yeah, let's just bring my dudes out. Are you guys gonna get by? No, you guys are gonna get caught by chivalric men-at-arms. That's too bad. I was hoping you guys could get to that catapult there. Surprised that they were able to catch me. Did they just take out their own guys? Oh, that would be hilarious. And you guys can get a volley at maybe. No, maybe not. Alright, let's just charge in here with my Royal Knights, and Highland Clansmen can follow up here and hit here. Oh my god, can I click on the right unit? There we go. And yep, Kerns get back, and then charge in the Highland Clansmen, and then yeah, we're engaged all along the front. They are avoiding my chivalric, or at least one unit of chivalric sergeants. Oh, guys are just charging on ahead. That's, I'm going to pull you back for now. And I'm going to see if I can break them. Let's bring up these Kerns on this side. And did they cut through my Kerns on that side? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So yeah, we're breaking them on this side. Let's see if I can get a charge in here. Yeah, let's get a charge in here, and then Kerns go here and try to get some jab tosses into their king. That'd be kind of cool. And just go in here, break those feudal men-at-arms. What are you guys doing, crazies? I think I need one of you to stop those chivalric men-at-arms, but then the other unit try to avoid them. And you guys just went all in on the king. I mean, that's okay, I guess. Looks like we're breaking them. Jesus, are we... Don't give me hope, guys. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Yeah, let's get that goddamn catapult offline. And yeah, run down those frickin' chivalric men-at-arms if they're going to run away from us. Let's chase them here and then here. And then... Let's see, what are you guys? Feudal men-at-arms? Okay, you're not running away yet, so let's make sure that... Oh, here we go. Chivalric sergeants here, come here. And it's very tempting as my archers to start chasing just because they're fast enough to get some kills. Yeah, we're not going to catch that king. I doubt it. But catch what you can. Catch what you can. You know, this is a good opportunity for us. And are you guys going to run away? Feudal men-at-arms, this is one unit that has not engaged yet. Field Men at Arms, Highland Clansmen. Yeah, the Highland Clansmen and the Royal Knights did really well on my right flank to break their position. That worked out pretty well, I thought. There seems to be a bit of a French resurgence up around here. We have a couple more Field Men at Arms, which is fine by me. It gives me a chance to potentially kill some more units. They got some Arbalesters. Yeah, I need to kill those guys. Okay, I don't want to get caught by the militia sergeants though, but I definitely have to focus on those Arbalesters when I get a chance. Let's bring back these Kerns. Highland Clansmen. Let's get back to my front lines here. And, okay, they're running away. Anytime a unit runs away, it's very tempting. Because, yeah, I want... if I can rout these militia sergeants, then I'm going to send my general after those Arbalesters. Because, yeah, getting rid of them is would be very nice. Kerns, get up here. Maybe toss some javelins into those militia sergeants, perhaps. And Highland Clansmen, you guys can get back as well. And let's send my Royal Knights off in the distance after those Chivalric Men at Arms. I want to get rid of those units if I could. Highland Clansmen, are you going to beat 15 Feudal Knights? Looks like... I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. And where... Okay, Arbalesters, there we go. Alright, let's get these guys. Yeah, getting rid of the Arbalesters is going to feel very good. And we can also run down those regular archers as well. Yep, getting rid of them. That's fine. And Kerns, are you guys going to be able to toss some javelins in? Kerns, you guys come up as well. And they do have a lot of units that they can bring on. I don't have any... Can I bring some units on? Not quite yet. Okay. Jeez, did I forget my... Wait, where are my billmen? Oh my god, I forgot my billmen. Jesus. Well, hey, if I won that battle, that initial wave at least, without using my billmen, then that's not bad. You know, they call that the tactical reserve, right? I meant to do that the whole time. That's part of the plan. Just trying to psych out the enemy, you know? Because the enemy, you know that they weren't forgetting about those billmen. They were like, oh my god, he's beating us without his billmen. We better get the hell out of here. Here comes the first wave of Hoblars, so let's get these Royal Knights back now. I do not want them to get caught out. There's only 12 men left in this unit, but still. And yeah, they're very tired. They're probably going to be exhausted by the time they get back to my front lines, but maybe they can regain some of that stamina. And these guys are still chasing down guys. Let's get back. Alright, let's get back, guys. You might be able to... Let's get rid of these 27 Feudal Men at Arms if we can. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Hoblars coming on, so we don't want to get caught up by them. They have their Hoblars swinging out wide to the left here, and if they want to attack me through this tree line, that's fine with me. I got my spears ready to go. This Feudal Sergeant's really beaten up, but these Chivalric Sergeants, one is half strength, the other one's full strength, so that should be okay. Archers, are you guys out of ammo? You have ammo left, you have ammo left, and then you have no ammo left. I probably should withdraw you, but honestly I don't have too many reinforcements as is, so I don't mind having the bodies, you know, just have the bodies here. Just have some archers hanging out. It's fine by me. Kerns, yeah, you still have plenty of ammo, and then Highland Clansmen can back you guys up here. And we'll see. Pavis crossbows hanging out. Urban militia. Arbalesters. Ugh, I gotta... Okay, can I run these... I want to run those Arbalesters down, but they have enough cav themselves, you know, so it's a bit tricky. All I have is my heavy cav, which is probably pretty tired by now. Yep, pretty tired. And then my Hoblars, and I just have the one unit. I do have more reinforcements, but they are not here. I get some crossbows, but they're going to be outranged by the Arbalesters. That's going to be frustrating. Yeah, I might just have to stand here and take shots to the face from those Arbalesters. Maybe put my guys in loose formation if I can. Yeah, those guys are out of ammo. And the Hoblars are all swinging out to the front now. So let's bring my spears to the front. And try to move quickly so that they cannot get around me here. And then let's bring my billmen up as well. And here, and then here, and crossbows. Yeah, don't want to have my crossbows be out in the open here. But yeah, you guys are going to try to sneak by. It's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. Got my spears here, and then archers. Let's spread you out a little bit so that you are more accurate. And yeah, crossbows can start shooting. I'll spread you guys out in a moment as well. There we go. That's a good volley. Took out 4 of them. And then yeah, billmen are going to hang out here. And then you guys can go like that. And we got hobblers just waiting to intercept. And I can bring up my royal knights as well. Like here. And then yeah, if you guys want to get in, we'll get you. We'll get you. Yep, we got you. And hobblers on this side. Alright, they think they're being sneaky as well. Nope, they're running away. Never mind. You're going to be sneaky in the opposite direction. Just turning tail and running. Okay, so let's not chase the hobblers. Let's try to get these arbalesters. Can we? I don't know. Those are spearmen. I don't want to get caught by spear. I don't have a lot of hobblers. That's the thing. I don't want to waste these guys. Don't want to waste them. No, no, no. Let's bring up the crossbows back up. And then... Oh, shoot. I just told you guys to go here. There you go. There you go. Everything's okay. There we are. Yeah, okay. So the scary units are going in the opposite direction. So that's... A-okay. Chivalric Sergeants, get back here. Yes, 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 yes. And what were you doing? Pretending to attack me? I bet you were. I bet you were. Alright, let's turn crossbows over here. And then, yeah, javelins at the ready. Alright, you guys wanna hang? You guys wanna hang out? You guys wanna be friends? We can, yeah, we can get a little tangle, get a little dance going here. 27 hobblers. And crossbows are shooting, and... Let's get some Highland clansmen attacking the hobblers. Not ideal, but... Oh, what do we got here? Oh, Royal Knights. I don't want to send them against the spears. No sorry. Highland clansmen, yes. And billmen, get back here, please. And... There we go. And, alright, they're running away. Yeah, let's try to get these guys. Billmen, don't chase. You're too slow. You're just too slow. Don't chase. And then hobblers try to get on this side. Okay, sneaky little buggers here. Sneaky buggers. Alright, that looks okay. Let's get crossbows back up on this ridge here. And yeah, Highland Clansmen, it's nice having a fast infantry unit that can, you know, do a bit of damage in melee. Well, I think I got my hobblers too far out here. Now we're getting trapped by 3 units of their hobblers. Let's see if I can get them away. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try. And then same thing with these Highland Clansmen. Nope, you guys go that way. And then Highland Clansmen. Can I get you guys back? Yeah, I like chasing down these Chivalric Sergeants. It's nice, but I'd rather get you guys to my front lines. I mean, you could butcher these spearmen too. That's another option. And then these feudal men-at-arms. These units are being really annoying because I would like to get rid of them. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, can we get a charge into those Bavise crossbows? I'll even send my general as well. Support my royal knights and try to get those Bavise crossbows and those arbalesters. We'll see. Okay, sweet. I got my hobblers away. Nice. Nice. Let's get them. Let's get back, boys. Let's try to get back here. And Highland Clansmen they're running away? Yeah, they're getting chased by hobblers. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Crossbows gonna get a shot into those hobblers, give them a little covering fire. And then billmen come up here. And then, okay, their hobblers want to fight my royal knights. That's fine by me. And then my general can kill their arbalesters and Bavise crossbows. Love it. This is great. I love everything that's happening over here. And then, yeah, billmen. Try to peel those hobblers here. And then hobblers, I just got these guys back. And, yeah, just get back here and chill. And you guys, let's put you on... Yeah, I don't need you guys on skirmish mode. You can just shoot at stuff. Alright, Highland Clansmen, you got pretty beat up, so let's bring you back. Do I have any more Highland Clansmen? Yes, I do. Let's bring them up here. And then Royal Knights come back. And then my general unit. Are you still chasing stuff? What are you chasing? Is there anything here worth killing? Arblasters? Yeah, let's get those Arblasters. There they are. There they are. Yes, let's get them. I reckon a Highland Clansman can wreck these Spearmen and even these Urban Militia as well. So let's go, go, go. Crossbows. Yep. Shooting at Hobblars. That feels good. And yeah, we're running down Arblasters on this side. So let's get my general back. And that other unit as well. Let's get them back. Nice volley into the rear of those Hobblars. Yes, love to see it. And what are you guys? Feudal Sergeants? Alright, don't get caught by the Feudal Sergeants. And what about this side? How are we looking? Yeah, Highlanders are just being menaces. Hobblars want to charge into my Highland Clansmen, but I got Billmen right here that can back them up. So that fight, I think, is going to go well for me. I was kind of surprised it says that they're winning, because I would imagine my Billmen would carve up those Hobblars. And then Hobblars on this side, yeah, we're getting backed up here a little bit. Let's get these Kerns up. And then, ooh, let's get these Royal Knights back, and let's get my General back as well, and let's get you guys back as well. And, okay, alright, they get a little charge there. They get a little charge, that's a little scary. Let's go here. And Kerns get up. Kerns get up. Here we go. And it looks like we're doing okay. Yeah, guys, get back here. Yeah, that's all A-okay. They're keeping me honest. They're making me, you know, pay attention for sure. They're being really probing and being really opportunistic, but I was not expecting to get a win here, and with the way that things are looking, it looks like I might get a win here as long as I maintain my vigilance and yeah, make sure that they don't find any openings here. Urban Militia. Let's just charge with my Hobblars and back up with my Highland Clansmen here, then here. And then, yeah, Billman, you don't need to keep chasing, just hang out here. What are you chasing anyway? What's back here? What's hiding in the forest? 5 Hobblars? Yeah, why are you chasing Light Cav, you silly gooses? There we go. Break it, the Urban Militia, that feels good. We have 630 captured soldiers so far. That's pretty awesome. They're not going to be able to afford that. You know, they're not going to be able to ransom those guys back, that's for sure. Crossbows are getting some decent shots into these Urban Militia, and every time they get close, yeah, they take a volley from my crossbows and like, oh, nope, never mind, we didn't want to do this in the first place. Never mind. Just kidding. Yeah, they're all running away. I still got these Hobblars here, so any infantry that's going to run away, I can chase with them. And are there more French units off in the distance? Yes, there are. Okay, so let's not chase. I see more Hobblars, so let's not chase. I have decided to send off my archers finally because, you know what, if they're going to continue to attack me, I was hoping that they would call it quits by now, but no, they're going to continue to attack me, so I'd rather have the additional firepower. This one unit of crossbows, I like what they're doing, and I would like more of that if I could. Yes, please. So I'm going to get those guys in, and also 2 more units of Hobblars. Yeah, I know I have at least 2, I think I have 2 more Hobblars and 1 more crossbow available in my reinforcements. So yes, please, more of that stuff. Crossbows to shoot and Hobblars to run stuff down. That would be wonderful. Their Hobblars are trying to be sneaky here, trying to get through the forest on my left. I have my Billmen hanging out here. I got my General, which isn't, you know, I maybe should get my other Royal Knights to help out here as well. And Spears, let's turn you guys around just so you guys can't get into the Kerns right here. And yeah, Militia Sergeants getting shot to pieces by my crossbows. I kind of doubt they're going to make it to the front lines. And yes, they're breaking and running away. And now there's archers and Pavis crossbows. Let's get my Hobblars to go after those Pavis crossbows. And then, just as I say that, those hobblers come out of the forest. Alright, so let's get these guys here. Let's get those hobblers. And they kind of look like they're running away. They kind of look like they're running away, doesn't it? This is risky. I don't want to lose an entire unit of hobblers just to a faint retreat, but if I can pick off their archers, and then even if I could pick off their Pavis crossbows, that would be very nice. Yeah, I think this is the end for them. The hobblers do not even care that I'm running down their archers and now their Pavis crossbows. No, they're just getting the hell out of here. So I can run down this entire unit, and I might even have time to run down this entire unit of militia sergeants as well. Yeah, very nice grabs. Up to 670 captured soldiers. Very nice result. Very nice. Captured 759 of their guys. Very nice. And I killed 621, and I lost 388. How did this crossbow... I think this is the crossbows... Is that the crossbows? No, that can't be. Or the ones that just came on. Okay, so these crossbows, the ones that were shooting the whole time, got 97 kills. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Highland Clansmen, 65 kills and 84 captured. Yeah, that's why. It's nice having nice, fast infantry that can kill stuff. Yeah, Royal Knights did well, of course. 48 kills on the Billman, who got forgotten for half the battle. So... You know, not bad, all things considered. Yeah, not bad, honestly. That, you know, really goes to show the difference of a good general, right? You know, just kind of reminds me of when I was fighting the Egyptians and they had their good generals and I just kept losing to that over and over again because I could not break them. Well, there you had it. Like in that battle, you had their swords going up against my spears, which they should have won that battle. But, you know, I had a good general and I had a slight high ground a little bit. But really, I think it came down to that crushing victory for myself on the right flank, where my Royal Knights and my Highland Clansmen were able to just, you know, crush their handful of swords units. I don't know if they had any chivalrics in their right flank. I think their right flank chivalrics were chasing my kerns, which ended up like being an okay thing for me because they weren't there to hold their flank. And I was able to break their feudals and then get into their lines, which, yeah, that felt pretty good. All right, Byzantines are going to be retreating from Rum. Okay. And, okay, so the Golden Horde is going to be retreating from Anatolia as well. All right, that's fine. And yeah, man, fighting Palestine, goddamn. So they just have their 1-star general, and this is the 2-star. This is the man that took over for Simon de Montfort. And he's going to be in that unit of militia sergeants. He has a very good valor. He has 4 valor, so he's going to be a good fighter, but you don't really want your general to be fighting. They do outnumber me, which is interesting. They do outnumber me. No shit. Okay. So yeah, all of their heavy cav is going to be in their first wave, and they don't have any horse archers in their first wave. Just this is the heavy cav. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of heavy cav. Their general's just a 1-man unit, so he might just be able to be killed right away. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Mongol warriors, and then 1 mortar, which is interesting. So yeah, even for their reinforcements, I'm not going to see horse archers. Like, this is an Allen mercenary cavalry. So I'm not going to see horse archers until we get 7 units into their reinforcements, which is interesting. So I might want to make sure that I save a lot of my arrows. Like, I can save my crossbows for, I don't know. Crossbows are nice for going up against Mongol heavy cav, but having crossbows to duel horse archers feels good too, just because their arrows last longer because they shoot slower. So I'll think about it. Well, here we are in Palestine, and there's not a single tree. Well, wait a minute. There's our trees. There's the forest that we need to hide in. Well, we just endure the Mongol storm. Golly. Oh yeah. Okay, this is gonna be tougher. Well, we have some high ground, so we can at least come back here and use this. And Luckily, there's no horse archers in the first wave, but yeah, they do have a lot of Mongol warriors. And yeah, I think I do want to go back there. I don't think I want to use this side at all. No, there's no real advantage that I'm seeing there. I'm thinking about coming back here. Yeah, I think I like this position a bit better. We are all set up and the battle has begun. So let's try to get our lines. Oh, I don't know. Something like this. And I want my archers to be able to shoot over them no matter what. So maybe keep you something like that. And that. And of course, we're going to have to continue to reposition as they move around us because, you know, the AI is clever. They understand that they should not be charging just head on into you. They get it. So we're going to have to continue to reposition, but we have our billmen on this side. Then we have feudal men-at-arms backed up by militia sergeants on this side, which is, I think, a pretty good combo. In fact, I don't know. Let's just actually bring the militia sergeants down here. And feudal men-at-arms can be back here. And the general, as much as he wants to be in the fight, I think I want to keep him back, you know? Even though he's only a 2-star general, let's just bring him back here. And we just have the 1 unit of cav. Knights Templar, so a pretty good cav unit, but I imagine they would lose head-to-head versus the Mongol warrior, or the Mongol heavy cav? I would imagine so. Not 100% on that. And let's put my reinforcements... yeah, just right on top. When they just send forward all of their Mongol warriors like this, especially this group right here that's unsupported, it just makes me really wish that I'd brought more cavalry. I just have the 1 unit of Knights Templar, and I just don't think that... Like, didn't we see in the last episode where I sent off a unit of Royal Knights? Now, sure, that's a, 20-man unit, not a 40-man unit. But still, I sent them into some Mongol warriors, and they just got swarmed. I think it was... It was like, was it 2 or 3 units? I can't remember. But yeah, they got demolished. So I don't want to do the same thing to that unit of Knights Templar. And I have to remind myself that even if I did have Hoblars, like, would 3 units of Hoblars be able to beat 4 Mongol warriors? I don't know. They're kind of a scary unit, right? So, I mean, if they're going to come forward with their 2 units here, then at least we can 3v2 them with our archers. So... we can win that ranged duel, I suppose. And then, yeah, I don't know. What do we do about this? I was kind of hoping that they would just charge into me with their heavy cav, and I wouldn't have to, like, worry about their Mongol warriors until after the heavy cav has been defeated. But this is making me have to react a bit differently to this. So I've brought my feudal men-at-arms over to this side, supported by a militia sergeant as well. And maybe what we can do here... is go here, here, and then here. And then, just, I mean, break these 2 units, right? And then those units will be isolated. And then maybe I can break them as well. Here, you go there. So my cav can catch them, obviously. And... hopefully we can break them. Do a lot of damage to them. The 1 unit's broken and they're running away. So we did a lot of damage to them. They want to continue to march on us, and... yeah, I kind of want to keep you guys on that unit. And then let's have my feudal men-at-arms try to get around the flank here. And try to corral these guys. So while I'm chasing off that unit with my Knights Templar, I can get around those units there and maybe corner them. So we have these 2 units that are still coming up. Hopefully my archers... you guys are in range, so you should be shooting soon. Yeah, it's tough using these guys in the desert here, because I know these guys have pretty heavy armor. My 3 archers are now shooting into these Mongol warriors, and yeah, we're doing a bit of damage there. Kind kind of hoped we'd be doing more damage, but take what you can get, I suppose. And then over on this side, yeah, we have to not just stand here and take shots. We have to try to do what we can to corner these guys. And then that's enough for them. So let's send these Templar back up. Yeah, 2 men, that's fine. And it'd be really nice to chase these guys down as well. Who are they shooting into? I'm now chasing these Mongol warriors with my feudal men-at-arms and my militia sergeants. Yeah, I don't know. I got my Templar coming up, but I don't want to run with them right now. I'm just having them march right now. And we'll see if we... Yeah, it looks like we might be able to catch them. Let's try to cut them off here. Yeah, let's try to cut them off here. And it looks like that unit has been caught. And then let's have Templar go after them. And then you go after them that way. Yeah, this is going okay. Being able to run down 4 units of Mongol warriors, that feels pretty good, actually. So that leaves them with just these 2 units that are getting wrecked by my archers. There's some spearmen. How the hell do they have... I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that in the initial screen. So they have spearmen somehow. Interesting. So they must be mercenaries? And then, how are we doing over here? Are we going to win this fight? Alright, it says one of their units is losing, the other one is winning. So can I get these guys up here and try to get them on the high ground and charging down into them? That would be preferable. These 2 units have now broken and they're running away. And it looks like, yeah, they lost 9 Knights Templar. And the militia sergeants got a little bit beat up as well. So let's have the Knights Templar continue to run these guys down. And then let's start to send my infantry back. You go. And then militia sergeants, you go back as well. I know that there is these 2 units of Mongol warriors that are out in the open here, but I don't want to get too, you know, too outstretched here. I want to try to keep things as tight as I can. And it looks like they might be starting to mobilize their heavy cav. I've decided to put my chivalric or my order foot soldiers on loose formation to try to not lose as much men to these volleys here. They've already, yeah, they're down to, they've almost lost 30 men. That's pretty tough. The 2 archers that still have some ammo left are going to be repositioning so that they can return fire here. This archer is going to be withdrawing so that I can get a fresh unit on. Maybe some, how did it go? I think it's going to be some Turcopolays coming on next. And that's fine by me. Anything that gives me some firepower. And the Turcopoles are the Turcopoles. Obviously the mobility will be nice as well. Having a nice unit of fast horse archers that can run stuff down if need be will be nice. Now that my archers are ripping shots into these Mongol warriors, let's get my order foot soldiers back on close formation so that they can take the charge from these cav units that are coming up. Hurry, man, hurry, come on. They're coming. Let's get these billmen. Let's see. Let's get some billmen right here. And the militia sergeants as well. Let's have them a bit closer to the action here. So yeah, you billmen actually just charge right on to the front here. And we'll bring another billman up as reinforcements. Alright, hold, man, hold. And militia sergeants come around here. And then, yep, you guys as well, come around. And yep, billmen, go, go, go. Let's keep some more billmen on the weak side here, and we'll just keep the spearmen here as well. And let's get my general closer to the action. And then militia sergeants go in here. And then, yeah, you militia sergeants. Ooh, you guys are gonna get caught. Yep, try to get back if you can. Alright, turn around, I guess. And then turn around. Yeah, that was a good little feign. Yeah, you guys get, yeah, they got these guys caught way out. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Alright, feudal men-at-arms, come down, and I think I need to bring this billman over as well. I think I need... Yeah, this guy's just broke. Oh god, that sucks. Knights Templar come down, I guess? And I have to bring my general in as well to try to stem the tide here. Man, they're just trouncing me. They broke me. Alright, Feudman, come up. Here and here. Try to stem the tide. Feudal men-at-arms, hold. General, hold. And let's just get these archers back. And Billman, come over. And... Damn, yeah, they sandwiched my Feudman as well. Very, very good. Very good move. Yeah, very, quick response to what I did there, essentially. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if my general and his 4 Valor can hang on here, but he's obviously in a pretty tough spot here, and man, you can see the difference of not having the forest, because we fought these battles, by this point, we've fought quite a few of these battles, and Billman in the forest versus their Mongol heavy cav, like, it's just almost like no contest, I just destroy them. And then we fight our first battle here, not in a forest, and what do you see? We got wrecked. We got absolutely smashed. So yeah, they should have been attacking Palestine this whole time. And I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on, what is it going to take for me to defend Palestine? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't know, more heavy cav, perhaps? The trouble is that I don't have any. I'm not able to train feudal knights yet, and I can only train royal knights in Brittany. That's how far behind I am. So my general's running away, and that's it for the Knights Templar. So, yeah, that's that. We're not going to bring in our reinforcements. They're just going to get smushed. We just have those, oh shoot, I can't even remember, but yeah, whatever they are, they're not going to hold up against, Mongol Heavy Cav. I mean, we did some damage, wasn't nothing. We did damage to their Mongol warriors as well, which feels good, because I feel like they've been kind of not getting touched too much. It's nice to finally do some damage to some of the units that I haven't really been getting to. But yeah, let's just call it. Let's just call it. We're done. That's that. So we killed 423, we lost 550, and then we captured 54. I think we can do that. I think we can kill those guys that we captured. Because I don't think this general has done that before, so he's not going to be receiving the -1 morale, I believe. Yeah, so more heavy cav in Palestine. That's going to be tough. Yeah, the Spanish Crusade's not going to be succeeding here in Cyrenacia. No duh. Could have told you that. And ransom refused. So this is going to be the French are not going to be ransoming back their 758 men. And then the Mongols want 1,187 for the men that they captured. 1,187 for 267 men? Yeah, sure, whatever. I have the money. And there's an Inquisition here in Sicily. Okay. Wales has the armor finished here. And I get the swordsmith in Antioch, so now I can train feudal men-at-arms finally here in the Levant. Finally, goddamn. And the Aragonese does not want that ceasefire. No, they do not. Alright, Robin Longchamp, the man of... Why are you here? I thought that Robin Longchamp was the guy that... I thought he was the 3-star general. Okay, so that's... Okay, so you're a different guy. Are you different, Longchamp? I'm so confused. Do I have multiple Robin Longchamps? Because this is a... This isn't a starred general. And he's famously brave. +1 valor, +1 morale. Alright. That's pretty cool. And Lord Howard, this is a governor, +2 acumen. Alright, I'll take it. That's awesome. And Sir Richard Dispenser. Okay. So you are a 0-star, so I'm not too concerned. Loyal, that's fine. Greed is fine as well. And this is, yeah, Sir Nigel Gascoigne. Yeah, this is the guy that's the that inherited Simon de Montfort's unit and good runner. So yeah, -3 morale for running away. Yeah, that sucks. So he's not going to be a capable or a viable general anymore, which is unfortunate. And Sir Jasper Uhtred, you are captured, +3 morale, -1 command. Huh. So do we have survivors from Palestine in Tripoli and Antioch? Is that what happened? It's a little bit confusing. I want to see that Sir Robin Longchamp. Is that you? No, is that you? Yes. Okay. So you're just this unit of feared men who's super brave for some reason. All right, cool. I'll take it. And yeah, unfortunately... Okay, so we got some crossbows, some trickables, some feudal men-at-arms, and some peasants here in the keep in Palestine. And it's going to last for 2 turns. Unless we do something about it. What do they have for heavy cav now? Heavy cav. I'm always looking at the heavy cav. So that unit's very beat up. They have 1 full strength unit there. And 1 full strength unit there. Is that all they had left? Huh. Seemed like they had more than that when I was losing that battle. You know? Yeah, so anyway, that's going to be tricky. I have to, somehow find the forces to take back Palestine. I suppose that now there isn't much here in Syria. I mean, there's only 1 unit of Mongol heavy cav here. So I basically could just leave 1 stack here in Syria and then leave and take the other stack to Palestine. I could also bring a stack from Antioch as well. They could definitely use to spare one. So yeah, it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Finding the right army comp is going to be tricky for sure. But I mean, the fact that they're down to just 2 units of Mongol heavy cav in this army. And then what do they have here? Just the 1 unit. So there's only 3 units of Mongol heavy cav in this entire region right here. So yeah, we'll be fine. Just got to bring the billmen, really. Just bring enough billmen, and that should get the job done. And there we have it. Yet another episode of just a lot of fighting and only 1 turn. We only played 1 turn in this episode because I spent much of it just getting my forces figured out, and then yeah, the rest of it fighting those 2 massive battles. So man, there's been a lot of fighting in this campaign. Like, this has been kind of a, I mean, sure, it's good. It's good getting a lot of fighting in, but as I continue to say, one of my favorite things in the medieval Total War campaigns is the ebb and flow of, having these big epic fights and these big epic wars, in fact, but then also having all of that in-between time where you get to sort of just build stuff up and build your armies and watch the money come in, stuff like that. And there has not really been much of that in this campaign at all. The entire early part is about getting crusades. And then so far, since then, it's been like, all right, fighting the Mongols. And Jesus, it's just been go. But in any case, that's going to be it for this one. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Conestep playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.